bloody loud out here today. There's far too many people on that street. Oh no. Fuck's sake. I'm at the office. I've got my missus' car keys. Oh. That is so annoying, man. What I want to talk about today, last week or last vlog, last video, whatever it is, go and look on the channel. I basically made like a 25-minute video talking about the new strategy that I want to implement into our website. Really thinking about the customer, really thinking about the emotional journey that we want to take them on, and delving deep into their doubts, their fears, what they need to see from us, all of that sort of stuff. And what we're going to do tomorrow is basically record 10 videos in one day in the office that is hopefully going to guide this person on an emotional journey, as well as inject a ton of personality into the website and allow them to really kind of see the personality of me, the personality of OG Films. And it's something that we've never done before. We've never kind of really been vulnerable, or I've never been vulnerable and really kind of put myself out there. But I think that in doing so, we will attract the right type of people into the business, the people that we really want to work with, the people that really kind of get our message and what we're doing and what we're about and where we want to go and who we want to be and all of that sort of stuff. So I'm very excited to talk you through today basically all of the prep work that goes into trying and attempting to film and then edit 10 videos over 2 days over the weekend. One thing that I've always really struggled with from a marketing perspective is being able to kind of separate itself from the company, being able to see the company as like a third person thing. I think that it's so hard when you're involved in the day-to-day and you literally know every single USP, benefit, everything about the company. You can fall into the trap of not articulating that properly to your customers through your marketing. And I bang on to clients all the time about how powerful video can be, and I'm sure that you do the same thing. But I don't really implement it that much for our own business, and I think that it's such a competitive advantage that we have to be able to make videos a lot cheaper than anybody else, right? And a lot more efficiently than anybody else. So what I'm doing with this project specifically, the 10 videos that we're filming tomorrow, is I'm treating it like a client project. I'm building out all the documents in such a way that, in the exact same way that I would for any other client. And that has really helped me to be able to objectively see these videos and truly understand what they're trying to do. All right, so we are wheeling out the whiteboard once again. And if you haven't seen my previous video, go and check it out. It's basically like a 25-minute video if you've got the attention span for it. A 25-minute video where I go in depth and talk about kind of all of the changes that we're making to the website. So I would definitely go and check that one out. Is that good in the frame? Yeah, okay, cool. And you can see I haven't wiped off the whiteboard since the last time. The whole point of the videos that I want to produce for the website is essentially to have a meta concept. So we sell video to our clients. We tell them that video can be implemented through every single stage of their customer journey to have a specific emotional effect, which essentially ends in a customer kind of buying a ticket. So the point is, in our marketing, what makes total sense for me to do is basically just show them that as a concept. So from our inbound systems to then the website, everything should have a video all over the place. I think that as videographers, as video production companies, we can be all too keen to like constantly just talk about the gear and then show the final product. But like really to a marketing manager, they don't particularly care about that sort of stuff. They kind of need to be taken on this emotional journey as well. So let's run through the 10 videos that I'm going to do and film tomorrow that then we're going to put all over the website. And I'm conscious that I don't want this to turn into another like 25-minute whiteboard video. So I'm going to try and rack through these really quickly. The first video that I'm going to produce is a showreel. Yeah, classic. But showreels typically are kind of like these 1 to 2 minute videos just cut to music that show like the best stuff. That's not what we're going to do. Okay, so the showreel is basically a mini VSL. So it's going to be a talking head where I essentially explain really quickly in like 60 to 90 seconds, it's answering the question of why should I stay on the website. That's the only thing that this needs to do, is basically just, it's like the hook to the entire website. So they're going to scroll, they're going to land on the site, they're going to scroll down, it will say, watch this first, right? And just give them a really quick overview of who we are, what we do, show some fantastic footage, and basically just answer that question there. Why should I stay? Why is it worth now the next from 5 to 15 minutes of my time to even kind of check out this company just here. So that's the showreel. Next one is the story. So this is going to sit on the about page. This is going to be a longer form kind of documentary sit down interview. There is going to be about 8 to 12 minutes, somewhere in that range. Like I said, long form video that basically just answers why I do what I do and why I care so much. This is essentially like, I don't see the lower ticket prospects particularly caring about this. So the 2.5 to 5K kind of projects that we do, the 1 or 2 day events, I don't see them really kind of caring that much about kind of me and my story. But I think if somebody's going to spend like 20, 30, 50K with us, right, this is probably the video that they're going to watch, which is going to give them a really good inside look into me, my story, my background, what happened in my past, which has led me to want to do this. And like I said, why I care so much. And I think what this is really going to do, if somebody lands on the website, they've gone through all the videos, they've gone through all the content, and then they watch an 8 to 12 minute video of me talking about my story, that person is pretty well warmed up by the time that they arrive on the sales call, right? Next, we have the careers video. So this is for all of you lot, if you are a videographer, photographer, freelance, looking for full-time, part-time, whatever that might be. Basically, the careers video is like, why should you work for OG Films? I think that as business owners, we place so much emphasis on the external customer funnel, and we think nothing about the internal customer funnel. And we want world-class talent, right? I'm very aware and hyper aware that in order for me to get to where I know that this company can go, traveling all over the world, working with the biggest events, the best brands, real big challenges, high impact projects, we need world-class talent. I'm not going to be able to do it on my own. So it's basically an internal funnel piece, and it's going to be the start of our internal funnel, which essentially is going to show both internal and external people the culture of the organization, the vision, the mission, what we're trying to build, and the type of people that do work within our organization as well. So that's the careers video. Okay, next we have the guarantees. This is the 4th video that we're going to produce. Essentially, I spoke about this briefly in the whiteboard video, and I'm going to speak about it briefly now because I do think it deserves its own YouTube video. But we're going to start offering a super risky, terrible business idea, but like it might actually be the best business idea. At the same time, a satisfaction-based guarantee, which essentially means that if they don't love working with us, then we'll refund their project or part of their project or something like that. Like I said, I'm going to go into more detail about this in a separate video. But I've always struggled with the guarantee side of the business because it's really hard as video companies, unless you also have a paid ads department within your organization, to kind of confer that you had, like, let's say you put in $1,000 and you got 5 out of it, right? So we can't do that. Like, our case studies and our results require a lot more inference from our clients and actually take a longer time to build as well. But this is just me being super honest and super transparent with our prospects, and a high risk and high reward tactic, which is what this is going to be. I've kind of really thought through this and spent some time really kind of really trying to map out like the worst case scenario for us as a business off the back of the guarantee, and I don't think it's as bad as the fear in my head says it is. Again, I may not even release this video. I'm being totally transparent with you right now, but yeah, I'm going to record another YouTube video about this because I think this could be a game changer for us. And then the final 6 videos that we're going to produce, so videos 5 through 10 is a 6-part mini course. Now, I think a course is like a loaded word nowadays. Essentially, it's kind of a 6-part, 12-minute total series of videos that get sent to the prospect post-booking. So after they've been through the website, after they've watched all the other stuff, when they've booked a call, then they get sent these videos. This is to warm them up even more, and basically just give away everything that we do in a really kind of simplified and succinct way. What the aim of these videos is to do is to get the prospects to show up to the call with a brief. So essentially, we're not like spending the first half an hour of the conversation understanding their event, their problems, their bottlenecks, what content they might need, all of this sort of stuff, right? What we're doing is we're getting them to do that before the call, so that essentially essentially when they're on the call, it's essentially just like a budget conversation, and understanding what they need and what they're willing to spend, and then us just kind of talking about the different options for that. So really it's a qualification piece more than anything. It's like if I'm on a call with someone, I've spent years like on calls trying to convince people that we're never going to buy, and I just don't want to do that anymore. Like I have more high leverage activities that I can do, like making content and pre-making videos that essentially do the qualification process for me, so that I don't have to do it every single time for every single prospect. It's just a case of like, really, if they're on the call, so you've got to think by this point now, if they show up to the call, they will have hopefully watched the showreel video, the guarantee video, the about video, and this 6-part mini series. So they will have consumed at the very least, hopefully like half an hour's worth of me and my content and stuff like that, which means that if they show up, they're pretty much guaranteed to buy, because I'm even putting our prices on our website now as well. So it's kind of like we're just having that conversation. We're just understanding from my perspective, like this person's qualified themselves, but like, are we actually the right fit? Do we actually want to work together? And that's everything that the 6-part mini course is meant to do. I'm not going to go into detail of every single video, because I have to keep a little bit of secret sauce in here, right, in terms of the way that I'm doing things. But yeah, essentially that's what the 6-part mini course is designed to do, is to get them to show up to a call primed, ready, and for us just to have a simple budget conversation, to understand if it can work for both people. So that is it. That's the 6 videos that I'm going to film tomorrow. Very excited about them, to be honest. It's interesting for me to begin to view the company, like I mentioned kind of earlier in the video, through the lens of a prospective customer, and separate myself ultimately from the business, and be able to really give everybody everything that they may need to make a buying decision to work with us. I think that's so key, especially for the inbound stuff that we're trying to build now. I don't know when this video is going to be released. I'm recording this on the 17th of April. We're pretty far ahead in terms of our batching schedule for YouTube, so the videos may already be on the site. If you want to go and check them out, I'd love to hear your feedback, and I'm really excited to film these videos tomorrow. I will be filming a totally separate vlog about the filming process, so that'll be super exciting for you to check out if you're a video person or interested in that sort of stuff. And with all this being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.